ones, I don't mean to spoil their business. I know they want to make their own money, so they're advertising, oh, this online gives you the same as no agree. Go do it in person. And I'll tell you why. Again, the way the world is made, people that want to capitalize on your ignorance hope that you don't know these things. The way the world is created, they won't tell you. The thing is that, listen, I told you guys last week, there are some people who maybe they missed their first turn at life because maybe they didn't know these things, or they were just born into a disadvantageous family or set of circumstances, but that's okay. But when they, when they are arriving at their second coming, there's something I call the second coming. I joked about it last week when I talked about the first coming of John and the second coming of John. Yeah. So some people who want to do their second coming now with better knowledge, better resolve, better experience, they have to be strategic. All right. When you want to do your second coming, you missed the first coming when you had to do with circles, network, and all that. Your second coming must be strategic. And one way to reset for your second coming is through education. Right? I explained that the way that people bond in life is through shared, I don't say trauma. Trauma is a bit too severe. Through shared hardship, right? So if you and I were to go through a situation that is so difficult, but together through our cooperation, we both survive it, together we come out of it, that can form a brotherhood for life. If we can go through the most difficult circumstances together with our cooperation and survive it, it can be, it's not in good times. You can't meet, you can't connect with, so people that are in a much more advantageous situation than you in life, it is almost difficult to connect with them because everything is going well. It's not in peacetime you make friendships, It's in wartime. They remember people that were with them in the trenches, right? So it's when people are at their lowest, it's like buying the dip in crypto or stocks. It's like buying the dip. You buy the dip. You meet people at their lowest and you support them there. And you ride it on the way up. That's how it works. But the easiest way to get that done is through education, because there's nothing as traumatizing as conventional education. Right? You guys will have deadlines, you have assignments, you have group work, you have this, and if you can be, and that's why I gave you guys some updates last week that if you have that second chance, either you're doing a master's program or maybe an MBA or whatever that looks like for you, use this one. Be visible in your class, be useful, be indispensable, because what you come here, come find. You know where you're coming from and you know where you're going to. So while the other person is like, I don't know if I can do it. No. You are everywhere. You are everything to everybody. You are the one that you are the class rep. Yes, you are the class rep. You are the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to this lecturer except through me. You will help everybody because this is my second chance at having a strong confrau. I missed the first one. I went to Odogbo Grammar School. Those would not really go anywhere in life. I want to redo it with this master's degree, right? And with that one, you get to meet people at that level. You get to meet people at that level. They won't ask you where you're coming from. They're all thinking about, school work. Everybody wants to pass. Nobody wants to fail. And if you are helpful there and all that, you bring your swag into it, you are useful and all that, that is your second chance at life. That's it, man. You're good to go. You're gone, right? And then, network aside, you will actually get the education that you need to properly institutionalize. All right. Now, some of those of you that were here in the first episodes, in the earlier episodes that I did, I think last year, I think I sent you guys some material, for some free business schools. And that one is good. It's good for the knowledge, but you also need the full school experience, the network and everything. All right. So, I'll probably resend that again to those who are just joining and didn't have all the business school materials and all that. Free business schools online, I sent them out to those who were in the earliest episodes. So those are good for you to get the knowledge and all, but get the knowledge, but you need the experience as well. So not all of you, because people in the beauty industry all use makeup, they tend to be physically attractive. So maybe one of Dogo is somewhere, he likes you, and all that, and he's helping you, giving you this, that. You put the money inside this one. Put the money inside that one. Oh. Jesus Christ talk and say use ungodly mammon to make friends and so on and so forth. That so that when things are hard, they will bring you into lasting habitations. Again, say what do you want for your birthday? I had to go to Dubai. If I conk you, time to do the real independent woman you will not do. Buy the thing that will has the chance to set you up. That knowledge, no matter what happens in the future, it cannot be taken out of your head. It's there. Even if you break up, the knowledge is in your head. The networks are in your head, are with you. They are in your phone. The contacts are in your phone. The experience is in your soul. It remains with you. You get. So that's that. So now there are ways to present yourself. So institutionalizing is fine. How much time do I have? It's time. Time is up. All right, let me wrap up in just 10 minutes and let you go. All right, so there are ways to set up, Oh, look at Promise Vika says, I attended Lagos Business School last year under Innocent Moto Scholarship. It's such a nice place to network. Oh, of course. I've actually taught. I've taught at Lagos. For those of you who don't know, some of you just know me from this year, last year. I've lectured at Lagos Business School 4 times. All right. If you go to my Instagram, just go. I have exactly 37 posts on my Instagram. Yeah, I know the exact number of posts I have on my Instagram. I have exactly 37 posts on my Instagram. So you won't have to scroll too far. If you scroll, you see one picture where I was taking one where I took a picture with the class. Right? It was the class was so big, I had to use two slides on that carousel. Right? I took a picture with my students at Lagos Business School. You will see me in my suit. You see the caption. I've lectured there like 4 times. So I know the networking power. Even as being a lecturer in Lagos Business School, the kind of people that come into your orbit are amazing. As a student there, it's fantastic. And even if you're not doing a full MBA, right? They also have short programs. They have some weekend programs too. I would implore you. The most HNIs that go there do the full-on program. So, and you need that time to spend there. But you can do these small weekend programs. So they have short courses that are pretty good as well. Yeah, they're pretty good. Okay, so now you've got to be targeting, thinking like a whale, all right? So if you are a nail tech, right, or you do lashes, or right, your thinking should be, how do I control this industry, all right? How do I become a supplier, all right? How do I create a distribution network such that everybody else who is still doing makeup and all this, they use my products, right? How do I set up a beauty studio? Yeah? All these babes, that's your birthday present. I want a beauty studio. You want a Birkin bag? No, darling, I want a beauty studio. Yeah? You were thinking, how do I control this? Or I want to order goods from China. Brand my own goods and start selling. Create a distribution network, right? That's all you got to be thinking about. All right. I've dwelt with the ladies' business long enough. How do you white label stuff, and sell? How do you set up a factory in Nigeria, and see, people that do this thing don't have 10 heads. It's the same beauty business, but you should not be at the tail end of it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so for the other ones like graphic design and all of that, I told you guys last week that the same craft that you are approaching from the bottom, you can approach it from a higher level, and you need to approach it as someone that can use all the factors of production. Can your business accept capital and turn it into profitable activity? If not, that's not a proper capitalist business. It's not. You got to make it bigger. You know, you got to structure it better, right? You got to hire all the graphic designers, all the creatives, and incentivize them to catch the bigger fish. You will now be able to go and look for the bigger fish, whether it's banks, whether it's FMCGs, the bigger accounts. All right? Agencies in Nigeria make a good amount of money. They make a lot of money. How does that work? You got to figure out how that works. You need to go for like maybe a 6-month internship somewhere where you can learn the business. You know, figure out, learn how to come back, create your own agency, hire people, you know, raise money, find a way to raise money, use your contacts. We're going into this business, you know, people don't just start businesses on their own. Now, only poor man, they do bootstrapping most of the time. All right, most of the time is fundraising. As rich as Jeff Bezos is, when he starts a new company, he raises funds from investors. He can do it himself, but it is not in the nature of a true capitalist to start alone and bear all the risk alone. No, he will get funds. All right, I think that business school will teach you. All right, start your own agency, hire graphic designers, and you look at the graphic designer you are hiring and be like, I used to be like this guy before. Right, that's how you do it. Go for the bigger fish. How do I get this beauty business to come on down to get an account with us? Right? How do I, you know, okay, maybe the one that is paying now is advertising agency. What does it take to have an advertising agency? Who do I need as a managing partner? You know, what gravitas do they bring? What's their own gravity? What kind of network would they be bringing to this joint venture? You know, would they be able to help us get a state government's account or a bank or you know, something huge, big fish. What do we have to do? Who do we have to lobby? You know, which politician is running for office? How can we be the ones to handle their re-election campaign? That's what you should be thinking about. That's where you get the big fish, man. That's how you institutionalize. So fast forward, right? The reason I'm talking about this 5-year exercise where at the end of it, we are at this kind of prestigious event and you're introducing yourself. All right. It's not about the event. It's who you have become in the process. You become a serious person. You become refined, you know, you sharpened out properly. And in the process, you will have carnal prosperity because that's what it takes. So when you're introducing yourself, don't go there and say, oh, I'm a graphic designer. They're already like, oh, okay. So, hey, there's this scene. There's this scene, I'll close on this. I don't have it. Oh my goodness. I think I saved it somewhere when I was thinking about it, but it's a scene from this series called I wish I could find this thing and just play it for you. It will just make all the sense in the world if I played it for you. It's a scene from Succession. But has anybody seen Succession? I've seen all seasons of Succession except the last season. But there's something that happened in the last season. Logan Roy's son, Kendall, he met someone new. You know, I think got a divorce or something. But he met someone, you know, and all, and his family was doing a function, and he invited this girl that he was just toasting afresh. He invited her to that event, and he wanted to introduce her to his father. His father was a billionaire, right? No, I don't have time. I have to end it. So he wanted to introduce her to his father, and that interaction was so painful to watch because she was a peasant, right? He was a rich kid, but you know, he brought her to his dad for her dad to be like, oh, dad, meet this, and his dad just looked at her in a few seconds, just like I can't explain that scene. You have to see it. It's just one scene. I saved it to my phone when I saw it, but I didn't think I would need it for this episode. To make so much sense. But anyway, maybe after the whole thing, I'll find a clip, download it, and play it next week or when I remember. But what happened was that Logan was trying to, not Logan, Kendall, his son, was trying to introduce this girl to his dad. And he said, oh, dad, meet this, I forgot what her name was. That's how forgettable she was. I forgot what her name was. And she just smiled like, oh, and she said something, and he said, okay, hello. And he was very polite and all. And that's how these people are. They are very polite. They will not tell you that they've cancelled you in their mind. They were polite. And he said, oh, she's in theater. I'm like, oh my God, Kendall, you are so dumb. You are so dumb. This was a place, was it a party? It's not a party, it was a function that, this billionaire threw, right? And in attendance were people who moved the world. You can't introduce someone to the OG Logan Roy that is anyone less than powerful. Introduce me to someone that says, oh, I work in the campaign office of the district attorney. I work in this. I'm doing that. Movers and shakers. You brought this girl down, and you're not just a friend, though. It's one you are toasting. Like you want to marry. Oh, what does she do? Oh, she studied theater. The man's face was just blank. But again, nobody can tell you that anything you studied in school is less than. They won't say it. It's only John Obidi that's the bad guy. John Obidi is the bad guy that will just come and tell you to your face. But people that are oppressing you, they know it, but they will never tell you. He just said, okay, cool. And he just unceremoniously took his leave. Had vocabulary too was very limited. He said, oh, you guys, this is very awesome. And she said it like 2 or 3 times. Like, are those the only words that you know? Like, hey. Send me where they watch. Shame catch me. Shame catch me. I'm like, yeah, you messed up. I can't really do justice to that scene. There's so many things that were unsaid that you have to just look at it and see what was missing there, and you'll get it. I'll get the clip for next time. I didn't know I was going to talk about it today, so I didn't prepare the clip in my back end, but I'll get it for next time. Anyway. When you're at such a thing, it's hypothetical. It is not about the main thing. It's just to prepare you for such an eventuality. And then the person you would have become would be someone that commands attention, that commands alignment. All right. So when you so we are XYZ agency. Okay, who cares about XYZ agency? We worked on the recent campaign for Governor Amunike. You put no Governor Amunike, Abi. I don't know why that's the first name that came into my head. But I guess it does such a good job that, yeah, Governor Amunike, you know him now on Instagram. Yeah. The comedian. But a very creative one. Yeah. So we have worked on the re-election campaign of Governor Amunike. Oh, what? You really thinking, those are the kind of wins you should be looking for. With all these things you're doing, Or if you are someone who is leaving makeup artistry into the broader business of beauty, you could say, oh, what do you do? Now you cannot be saying I'm in makeup. No, you say, oh, you can say we are a stakeholder in the beauty industry. And I'm like, oh, which one is that? You call the name Dison Cosmetics. Oh, really? Oh, we're actually one of the sponsors of this event. What y'all saying? Are you learning something here? These are the moves that are understated. See, there's no book in this world that will tell you how to move like this. None. Everybody that knows it will keep it, especially for their children and their children's children. This is how you move. Status markers. So, oh yeah, we are this business. We are one of the sponsors of this business. You're not just that. You are moving and shaking enough to be sponsoring this event where we are. What are you talking about? Or maybe you are able to raise enough money and get one of the popular influencers to be one of your brand ambassadors. Maybe maybe they did Big Brother Niger that particular year. You just went to go and sign one of the most notorious housemates. So you can also, this person that everybody knows is one of our brand ambassadors. What? This is game. People now start looking at you as a kingmaker. That if I'm nice to this girl, hey, now yeah, it happen now. If I'm nice to this, no, you don't not call you a girl. Girl does not make somebody brand ambassador. Yeah. If I'm nice to this madam, maybe go reach me, or maybe she go help me. Maybe I go fit do one small influencer work, one small brand. That's how you move up. This life will not come and meet you. You have to shift. Jump up and get it. Right? Someone says, what about a music producer? Start a record label. It costs almost nothing. Label. That's where Don Jazzy wins. Yeah? Start a label. Sign somebody. Doesn't matter. Just sign anybody. Sign anybody. Sign them. So when I say, we are in the music business, we have a couple of, maybe we have 7 artists under our label. One of them even got nominated for, maybe not a Grammy, but because you're just starting, maybe so this was in Nigeria. This one that has the person's face, Hip TV. Now Hip TV be that one, yeah. But don't tell them it's Hip TV. Just say one of our artists, he got nominated, this year for an award. You don't say which award it was. Let them assume. We are signing local talent, and you need to be seen as a kingmaker. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, whether you're a man or a woman, men and women can be kingmakers. You need to be seen in that way. You got to structure your life in that way. All right? So people are not giving me work. People are giving me work. See, I've tried to put in all different ones. Just use the same template. Use the same template. It's the same template, right? If you're a software engineer, it means that you are doing software engineering work for somebody else. Create your own software company with your own skills. You are the CTO, you are the CCO, you are the CCO, you are the OO, you are all the C, you are the entire C-suite. COO, CEO, CSO, Chief Security Officer. You are the Megad, you are everything. Create it, register it, use Go Nomad, register your US company, say we're registered in America. See, a lot of Nigerians still think that registering a company in America is a big deal. You don't know that you can register an American company without ever going in America. Say we're an American software company, you will be correct. Technically. How much did it cost you to register the company? About 300,000, and you never left Nigeria. I don't cut too much super big. Let us share the grace and go. Let's share the grace and go. All right, so I don't just keep on doing that. Maybe, if you need any bespoke advice, you pay top dollar for my one-on-one session. If you want that, you can DM me. It's not cheap. So it's not cheap. My one-on-one is not cheap. The one I can do for free, what I'm doing here, that's nice, cool. If you want to do one-on-one, it's not cheap. Before you DM me now, say, hey, it's not cheap. But that's that. Let me end this here. But I hope that I've helped you today. I hope that, in all the drama and all the plenty gist, we've been able to understand the mindset and the shifts that necessarily have to make, okay? Again, not everybody needs these things, all right? But we find ourselves in a predicament where we have to succeed or die. That's where Nigeria places us, all right? There's no place for, what do you want to do for a living? What? The only way to go is up. And there is a way. Like Jesus said, the way to destruction is broad. The way to mediocrity, the way to not achieving your dreams is broad. Many are on that road. The way to going nowhere fast is broad. But you see, the way to life, the way to the life of your dreams, the way to sovereignty, the road to sovereignty is narrow, and few will find it. All right, it's my hope and prayer that you will receive the grace to find that narrow road, and you make the rest of your life the best of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 7th installment in the series called The Architecture of Advantage. We've been running this for 7 episodes straight. We're 7 episodes deep. And for those coming for the first time, this is a program called Night School. And Night School is basically your school of life. I talk on a lot of things that affect us as human beings, mostly money, wealth, sovereignty, our individuality, critical thinking, sometimes a little bit of spirituality. But we meet here every single Saturday by 9 p.m. Nigeria time or West Africa time. And I look forward to doing this again with you. Same time next week, 9 p.m. every single Saturday. The only way to get our programming and all our messaging is on our WhatsApp channel. All right. So a lot of you that were invited and came through third-party sources maybe do not know of our WhatsApp channel. It's free to join. Look into the description of this video you're watching right now. If you look into the description, there's just one link, and it's the link to our WhatsApp channel. Click, join the WhatsApp channel, and if you're in the WhatsApp channel, make sure that you turn on push notifications for that WhatsApp channel. Mark Zuckerberg has turned it off by default. Initially, when he was trying to get us all on board, he turned it on by default, right? He quietly turned it off by default. So sometimes we can make a time-sensitive post there, and you might not see it because it wasn't on by default. Once you join, look for the setting to turn it on, so you're the first to see when I post. I post sometimes multiple times a day, but at least every single day. And you'll get access to all the other resources that we share to everyone who joins on here. Also, we tend to send out study notes to every single episode. I think we missed last week, but we send out study notes normally. So make sure that you're registered for the series, all right? And if you get in there in the WhatsApp channel, you're going to see the series. I've been hearing you guys calling out for physical night school. It's going to happen this year. I don't know when, but it's going to happen this year in the city of Lagos, all right? So, but when that will happen, I will let you know, but I don't know when yet, all right? That's going to happen. Thank you guys for being on here on Night School. As we say, there are 4 currencies of life: money, energy, attention, and time. You spent energy, you paid attention, and you spent time. Thank you so much for spending all these spiritual currencies on this conversation. And I hope you got a product worthy of this transaction. I hope to do more successful transactions with you in future on Night School. Until next time, take care. Use what you have, for what you have is plenty. Bye-bye.
Million dreams, chase them till they come true. Hustling hard, doing what I gotta do. Purpose driven, ain't no time to lose. Living life, can't let it make you blue.